They played it online versus the Seattle Surge. They lost it there. They obviously don't want to play Rio, which I think is a surprise, maybe. It's been their veto. They don't opt for a 6-star. So, I mean, yeah, Seattle Surge is like, sweet. We get Vista, our best map. We're undefeated. Let's get this.
Well, let's see if they can keep the undefeated streak going. Brezzy, abuzah, the openers for Seattle Surge. Brezzy able to get a double, nearly a triple, but Inside's got the desk to work with and will lock it down. What do you think has made Seattle look so good here? Like, it's just one of those maps where, you know, kind of that relentlessness that they can show off really works out?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're pacing. Obviously, like, I don't know. I think there are some teams on this map, they play for a lot for mid-map control, right? It's something we always talk about, but I think the guys like Hook and 04 will just take routes straight towards the hill, and if they win a gunfight, then your P3 is broken, right? So it's sort of that, but right now, they're gonna need the ARs going, right? Because if you look at the win, the reverse sweep online, abuzah, he was the main guy. And if you look at the match earlier today, while 04 was great, they need some AR prowess if they want to continue on in the tournament.
Problem is, you're matching up against one of the best in the world in that, and that was Scrap. He was on 4 straight before he dropped, but man, he can get locked in, dialed in, and put your entire team into the blender. One of the best at that position. But now as we take a look forward to the point, Envoy being soaking up the time, able to take that one-on-one and nearly snap into the window, but abuzah will get it. It's just trades really everywhere for the squads, hopping across the OBO4 to get their first points on the board, but what an opening there at the P1 to start from Ultra. Now you're trying to answer.
No, it's just that, right? Trophies are down, though, here for Surge. abuzah's able to find one. Brezzy now on the point and just funneling. A great start for Toronto Ultra. 52 points coming off that P1. 20 seconds left, though. You see the left side of the map controlled by Surge with great shots from Scrap as always. He's going to find a double, just cut off the reinforcements. Inside it is his turn. abuzah, he's going to turn, head towards P3.
They'll get the rotation over, but yeah, you're wanting some time desperately now if you are Seattle Surge, so you'll be there for the P3. Moved up looking for angles at Scrap, though. He's shooting early as he's up to 9 and 5. Maybe an opener for his teammates to get into it. Inside able to find one as well. He'll do that with the rival. Envoy, nice little move just to stay alive and baits it out for Insight to now get the kill. You've done what you need to at least get here, get a presence. You're spawning them out far side of the map as well. Ultra are going to build this lead even more, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a team right now that is just outslaying the hell out of Seattle Surge. Just the numbers so one-sided in that category. That's the lead, and now Insight is looking for number 6. Looks like he's able to find it, so a cruise will be had. abuzah does find a double, so you'll break up some of this time, but not for long. Kleenex this time. What's interesting is I've been seeing this. Kleenex is running a 3rd MCW on the map, so maybe just trying to slow him down. Maybe they're opting for it here on land. Obviously, the MCW 4 bullets, but you know, normally it's 2 rivals. This time though, Kleenex has that MCW.
I mean, he's been, we've seen him on a, I don't know, high-rise control or a hardpoint where he's insane with it, so not going to change too much. Yeah, maybe a little bit of a different pacing thing, but to speak to Surge, you know, you talk about them getting outslayed pretty heavily early on. They are one of those teams that, you know, getting outslayed 20 to 30 and you're still finding yourselves in games.
Well, and that's just this map though as well. I think that's another big part of it. It's this map, it's just like hard to, you get a 4 dead, it's not always a full 60,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
It's just such a, it's a smaller map, so there can immediately be a spawn and then you're backed into the hill. But speaking of a break, in 4 dead will be Seattle Surge.
Well, you just have, I think on like every other map, those hard points where you get like, I don't know, there's like 2 hits and then you give it up, right? Like you give it up with 30, 40 seconds. Like you don't really have that here. Like yeah, you're gonna hit and hit and hit and hit. And exactly what you're speaking to, but it's abuzah really that's lighting it up on one side. Everybody else that is hot right now is Ultra. Scrap leading the way with 15. Insight, good job trying to get out of that. There's a team kill, but the rest of the kills come in for Surge. So you get the final little bit of Scrap time, down about 70. P5 and Bridge ready to go. Scrap once again, kind of that first guy in position, winning a one-on-one to maybe set up your team similar to what you did in the P3.
Yeah, but Kleenex, he's the one maybe finds the opening, able to connect onto the first. His teammates got the rest. 04, the only man in position to put pressure on the hill. So again, on rotation, it's all Toronto Ultra behind Scrap. Now he's just hanging out with Insight near that hill. Envoy going to be the first man up, but Hook getting things going.
Yeah, it's just another one-on-one that Scrap's able to win. Then the rest of the teammates, they will make the play. Can you push out this lead even more? To 0-4 and abuzah have something to say about it. Scrap trying to get back to his spot. abuzah just clipping him. 17 and 13 now out of abuzah. One behind the desk for Envoy to deal with. And wow, gunfight not the most fun. He finds an MCW to work with as well. We see the other side of it. It's Hook and Brezzy trying to use that desk the best they can.
Yeah, now 15 seconds left. 0-4 just wants to win this rotation, but you do have the crews on Insight. This is going to be the next big set of fights inside this P1. Yeah, normally when we talk Vista, comebacks start to happen on this one. So maybe this is where you see a cruise for Insight if they lose rotation, but they may not. Scrap finds a double. abuzah, though, picks up the flank. And now 0-4 trying to jump in on the cleanup. But Seattle Surge right now in a large deficit. Let's go to the comms with Seattle Surge.
I'm stunned, I'm fucking stunned, I'm getting nade, bro.
Shoot this for me, shoot this for me.
Yeah, I'll try to.
One guy might try and pinch. I'm watching our pinch,
Yeah, one. One AV, 1 HP, guys.
You want time in?
No, T, guys, T.
I got one.
Nice, buy time, Curler. We spawn deep.
Yeah, start first.
In.
Yeah, I need time, give me a sec.
In cap, one shot.
No choke.
Cap, inside, challenge.
Got it.
Behind the desk, bro.
That's weak. Yo, he went mid. Scrap, he's gonna be heady.
I have to play,
He's on the heady, on board.
I'm coming.
2-0, guys, 2-0. One behind the desk, dead.
Nice, that's one.
Yo, top part.
Behind the desk again.
Top part. There's only one hold.
Mid life, behind the desk, guys. Inside.
He's not shot, he's dead.
Nice. I'm getting you right now.
Wait,
One
top
is in you, right?
Heady, dead.
Nice. Can we
On time and pot, I think. On time and pot.
Time mid life, guys. Blood, dead.
Alright, shut up.
Half time.
Scrap inside.
Man, I have a truth, guys. I'm
I'm in.
Yeah, I'm going to P1.
I'm gonna shoot the pick front, bro.
He's already P1.
One is front, I
P1
cannot
dead.
pick. Yeah. I pick when you shoot, guys, okay?
Yeah, one's P1 on me. P1 weak, Envoy.
I can't see shit.
He went Ivy.
No, Ivy and one guy's flat.
Blood dead.
Nice.
One's gonna be front, bro.
Yeah, one's for Ivy.
Dead!
Nice.
Double front and one
Need
mid.
your front.
Let's get front.
To be on,
I hit him with the nade.
Charpol.
Dead.
Nice.
One guy's on me.
How
Yo,
about
back.
front?
He went back.
Okay. I'm gonna help you. I'm stunned back.
Envoy one shot, going back, it looked like.
I need a back. Low, me. I'm laying down.
Flip.
I can't go when he's behind us.
Turn.
Yeah, watch my.
Low me, weak, scrap. On time. He's challenged that burger on time.
He's
Nice,
dead.
play new, guys, play new.
One could be on the back, bro.
Yeah, they spawn blue up there.
One pit on me,
Spawn blue, guys on the back.
One pit on me, bro. He's close. I'm turning, bro. Dead.
One guy's on me,
One could be on the back.
Back at it, trailing by 60. R Surge into the gunfights we go. As your next hard point pops, you still have 2 here for Surge. A great chance to get right back into this, but Insight gets both in the back, and that's got to be a painful one.
Yeah, I think that was your chance. I mean, you do a great job at P1 and P2 to fight your way back into that game, but the lead was still around 60. You had a presence there at the P3. But quickly off spawn, you're able to find a double. This is what Seattle Surge do, grind it out.
Trying to grind it out, but it's another double through for Insight. Right back to work as he gets towards the point. Yeah, nobody really able to get in it, but with a 60-point lead, you're feeling solid if you are Toronto Ultra. Nice nade onto abuzah, finally able to clean it up as Kleenex gets the kill. You've got the presence towards 4. You're winning some fights towards the point. Well, it's Surge actually winning the fights. Now maybe can you get this? Final 10, can you break early? Because I think you're fine with this if you're Ultra.
Yeah,
you get the chunk of time.
Yeah, can you at least like split this or win this hill if you are Seattle Surge, if you want to start this comeback? For Ultra, this is maybe a chance to just kind of put things away. Yeah. And they're going to win the opener behind Scrap, trying to find abuzah, but this is what you wanted out of abuzah earlier in the day, starting to bring it here in this series.
Yeah, 31 for him, dropping a bomb, and now you are through. And you get in with a big chunk of time. There's 50 now remaining. You are right back in this. A chance to take this game if you can keep holding this time, but you've already got in through the front of your number 6 in Envoy. They got to deal with him. They're able to do it, still racking it up. We'll see how close they can get it, how much of this final 30 seconds you're able to do, because you're going to get another push or two. If you are Toronto Ultra, you got to deal with wave after wave, and so far, abuzah in the squad is doing it.
Yeah, and then Envoy was the last player left. Scrap pushing through top burger. He's going to have that one-on-one. Brezzy still weak. Renetti out. The contest is good. He'll take this all day. Scrap then wins the gunfights. So on rotation, Joe Seattle Surge, you see, that's going to pull abuzah. He's able to find that. Scrap may spawn out here, maybe over, up top towards P3. And he does. So you're going to have Brezzy all the way through on the back, but behind Envoy's double. A nice setup here for Ultra.
Yeah, just scrap one of that one-on-one. Just like a big difference with regards to time and how the pressure you're able to apply early into this hard point. You got to be clutch as hell right now if you are Seattle Surge. Where is the opening going to come from? Maybe it's abuzah. He's been your hot hand. He's traded out, though, and into the blender go, too. His insight gets 2. It's 2 then from 04. You're at least keeping Ultra out. You haven't let them get a point for a while, but nice job with a headshot there for Envoy. He gets safe behind the boxes. Here's the streak.
Yeah, you'd probably love 04 maybe to just lay down and contest there, buy time for his teammates to get there. Insight been hanging on to the cruise for so long. But again, who is it? It's 04 from P1 who's able to get them off the hill. So you do not win this year if you are Ultra.
Yeah, I mean, they've only got 10 points here. It's a good enough job from Surge to at least extend this game, but then P1 and P2 have got to be something magical because you're going to get to right around 240 mark if you're Ultra. You'll need 10 through for the victory. Here we get ready now to rip and roar. Brezzy and Hook on through. They'll have early P1 control. How perfect can you be, or does Kleenex play the disruption? I thought 3 in front of him for a second. You get blessed maybe that he's not able to get everybody, or is he? I thought he was still going to pull a rabbit out of the hat.
Yeah, but he buys enough time. He allows his
yeah.
teammates. He pulls all the attention towards his side, allows his teammates off spawn to help him out. Ultra now only need a few more seconds to take this map. The contest is here, but Kleenex wins another one, and Ultra take map 1.
A good old-fashioned square up. You got your undefeated Seattle Surge there on Vista. Not able to stay undefeated as the best hardpoint team in the game, able to lock them down, to shut them down. And as good of a job as you did with some of your breaks late to really give yourself an opportunity if you're Surge, it's just you don't... sometimes you just don't have those individual moments that you'll get out of Insight there. You got them out of Kleenex. You got some crazy sprees from Scrap. Like, the fundamentals are there. The talent in this type of matchup sometimes isn't.
Well, it's kind of the trend of the tournament right now to start down 100.
Apparently, yeah. No,
versus
really.
like your New Yorks and your Ultras, the
least for
top
our
4
casting.
teams. They've been doing this. And you're seeing the challengers start to, bring it just the second half of the map, but it's too much of a deficit. So you're 10 to 15 seconds, you hang onto the cruise missiles. There's just too many chances for them to close out the game.
What was I joking about the green room yesterday? I was like, how did Legion make every map look like Hackney Yard? Like, it doesn't matter strong side, weak side, what it is. Like, let's go down 100. Like, that's all I can think of, like Hackney Yard. Like, guaranteed 100-point lead. Okay, let's have that on every map. But let's look at some highlights now as we get ready to go. You get some monster numbers out of abuzah on one side of it. Bit more of a balanced effort, though, there for Ultra. And, yeah, they just come out strong. I mean, you put a 52 in the P1. You're looking good from the get-go.
Yeah, no, I deleted Hackney Yard out of my mind and memory forever.
That's fair. That's smart, Joe.
Yeah.
That map was horrible.
So it was, well, anyways, I mean, again, just this strong lead, but I think with Kleenex running that MCW, like we talked about, his high-rise control has been amazing in his numbers, and I think probably the conversation is just like, you can run that weapon if you're Kleenex. Just, you have to keep that playstyle that you bring, right? That aggressiveness, and I think he's the type of player that's going to do it. It's allowing him to put up some great individual numbers. That was maybe your one chance at that P3 in this P4 to really get back into the game. It's just there were some big breaks from Ultra, and then you held on to the cruise.
I just think there's some, as small as the map is, there are some longer range gunfights just due to kind of how the lanes work out. And then also there's just there's so many headies. Like, it's so many massive headies where I just think, I don't know, with a rival, those gunfights would be really hard. Like, you can still win it, but MCW got a better chance to hit the 4-shot and just smoke
we
somebody.
don't talk about it too often, but there is, for players, sort of just this comfortability going from online to LAN. And they're scrimming all week, and they're like, man, this MCW, it might just be hitting here. So maybe just opted for it a little bit more, but here's a look at that game flow. It's pretty much purple ahead all the way through. Well, it definitely is.
It is, yeah. No, you just lead, and you don't really look back. You were competitive until you weren't. You can make a little bit of a run, then you sort of flatline from that 154 on. You don't really get many more points at all if you are Seattle Surge. A great closeout there, and where they thought maybe they could swing it with the P1, P2 is what? Kleenex threw on a flank, able to make the play, despite he has the MCW in hand, still able to finesse, still able to have the movement there. Like you said, just kind of keep that same play style, just with a different gun in hand.
Yeah, 100%. And the Des talked about it. These first 2 maps were very strong for Seattle Surge. They don't get this one. you're hoping now going into this search and destroy, you can bounce back. And that was kind of the tale of their last series versus FaZe, right? You know, you lose the map 1, you got it close, but FaZe were just too far ahead. And now you go to this map number 2, which is very strong search. If you go up, you got to close it out.
Yes, you can't have a 5-3 lead and let things slip through your fingers. Good thing is, I mean, you don't have a abuzah on the other side, maybe with better search players in the world, but you do have
an Envoy, a Kleenex, yeah.
Yes, exactly, who are just as good, who have owned that matchup versus FaZe. You have so many people that are able to take over, but as we get ready for 6-star, we heard Hook. He's been so vocal in the comms. He is a guy that can absolutely pick you apart on a map like this. But if you're just talking the Seattle Surge side, someone that's got to step it up, got to make plays, got to be huge for them here. Who is it?
I think it is Hook.
Okay.
You know, a lot of the retakes, we talk about the smokes over towards that statue site, and we saw it, day 1, to win the round 11, to win the series. It was Hook who made the play. So I think you got a much better game out of abuzah in map 1. You know what 04 is going to do in Search and Destroy. I think there needs to be a third piece here, and I'm looking at that man.
Okay, we'll see if we can do it. I'm going Brezzy. Right. I feel like Brezzy's been kind of their I don't know, their ice man. Like the guy that'll clutch up. Where he has those 1v2s, has those big scenarios where he got to go large. We'll see what he is able to do, but it's Ultra trying to shut them down on the other side of it. Continue this loser's run. They did not expect to be here. It's been a weird one. This tournament has had upsets galore. The bracket looks flipped on its head at times, but the fact is we're going to crown a champion eventually. Who's going to take the large chunk of that prize pool and be in the best position maybe going forward here to champs? And I believe we're going to have a map restart here quickly. I didn't hear what our producer said, but there's some issue.
Out. We're restarting real quick, so we'll get right back into it. But yeah, just looking at this one throughout stage 4, 3-2 for Ultra, 2-1 for Surge. So it's a map both teams play. It's just like when you look at the records overall, again, that sort of Vista hardpoint, obviously you are undefeated. You dropped that one there in map number 1. But stats-wise, you saw the top 2, the first 2 maps, and we're like, these are chances for Surge if they want to cause this upset.
Well, especially because 3 and 4 look bleak. They look real strong.
Just Karachi, that's like Ultra's home. It has been since day 1.
Yeah, they've got property there.
Yeah.
Inside's got like a 3-store condo. Well, granted, they've been hit by missiles.
Yeah.
He probably got it pretty cheap because none of the buildings there are in very good shape.
No.
But no, they've been sensational there. If you can get it to a map 5, you got a shot. I mean, you get to Invasion Search, both teams real great there. It's just this map is you have to win this year's Search. You have to, because it's back-to-back bangers for Ultra.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and then you're gonna have to win one of those if you want to get it to a game 5. So gonna be difficult to do, but it starts here on this 6-star. Maybe you can get some momentum rolling. And yeah, if you get to the Invasion all the way in the map 5, Ultra haven't played it this entire stage. It's one that, yeah, historically they have played, but their focus has been elsewhere on the map pool.
No, I mean, I thought the map 1 was kind of a must-win. I don't know what's like bigger than a must-win or more important.
An absolute?
Absolute win? Okay. Maybe that's what it is. Now for the map 2 as we get ready to put on our swim trunks. Joe is always great for applying suntan lotion on my back when I need him to, and we'll get out and soak up the rays.
I'm not sure I've ever done
with
that.
With those soft, delicate hands of yours.
I've never done that.
Okay, we'll have to do it tomorrow. Probably gonna be better for me than it is for you, but
yeah.
We take a look at 04's S&D stats, 1.48 through Major 4. He's been amazing. You said he reminded you kind of a study, a guy that comes in, just know he'll make a play and Search and Destroy. Maybe I'm respawning to drop a double positive KD, but he has an instinct for this mode.
Yeah, I mean, it's just this mode. I mean, not like the sniper, but it just feels like he knows Search. And he's made such an impact, even versus the best, right? Even versus FaZe, he had double digits on that Karachi.
He was the only reason they were,
in the game.
Yeah. Hook, not gonna be able to make an impact in this one. He'll be blooded.
Look at this play. This is all a fake. This is all just a 2-2 split for Kleenex and Envoy to put pressure over towards A, but Bomb's going B.
Bomb is going B, and how can you trade this? Are you able to get out if you are Kleenex? He is able to get out now. Bomb is getting planted. So you'll be in the 2 versus 3. The gig is up, and now you realize maybe caught in the trap. You are pretty spread right now if you're Ultra, so you have some time to isolate players, but by time you're going to get here, 30 seconds maybe before your first gunfight going to be left. Still so much to do, and while Kleenex is able to catch one, nearly a second, abuzah hit down to 20 HP, he's in trouble.
Inside's coming for a peek. He was looking there for a second, but he's going to back down now. Just watch this cross. You still have a stun if you want to use it, but not a lot of time.
Bye-bye.
And there we go. I love this strat out of Ultra. Obviously, though, on the retake over there towards Statue, you rely on Kleenex to find one and get out, because if he doesn't, it's a 2 versus 2 then, right? So it's like you're doing all this work on the map. maybe you get the bomb down so you're feeling confident. But yeah, just a nice little strat there from Ultra in round 1.
Yeah, I think a 2 versus 2, and you're thinking sub 30 seconds on the clock when they're engaging, you still feel good. But Kleenex is what makes the round a lot less stressful, I guess. And the fact he gets a kill then later makes it a lot less stressful. Guy can do it with any weapon, do it in any mode. Kleenex, one of the most fun players to watch in the league, and he gets going here early now in the search and destroy, but it's an all-out hit. No fakes here. You are flying in towards A with 4 players up and all the nades combined. Scrap, we'll see you later. Guy's got the gunny, but you can't shoot a gun if you don't have arms.
Yeah, just naded by 4 players pretty much, but you're able to find one. But Envoy also hits the pinch. So they're able to spot the 1 player. Do they know there's a second here? I don't think so. Then the rival gets away, but a great snap onto Brezzy. So into the 2 versus 2. Bomb now planted. His Insight was able to find a pick.
Thought that was a long-range tornado, and then just snaps. Inside, lying, lurking, frying. That round's done. And Scrap is gassing the boys, or either gassing the boys or yelling at the other side. I couldn't tell.
He was questioning what the search play was. That's what it was.
Okay, so talking trash to the other side. Got it. That makes more sense, you know?
I think he also learned French.
It's some language. It's not English, Joe.
No, it's French, yeah.
Okay, I couldn't hear what he said, but you are a linguistic expert, Joe.
I'm not. I just know that there's French players there.
Oh, well, most people don't know that before you were a commentator, you were a French high school teacher.
I was not.
Oh. 2-0 now for Ultra.
We.
Into the 4 versus 4 we go. Hook out to statue, and Hook is gone from the statue. You're at least able to trade that officially so far if you are Seattle Surge. Big gunfight went in from Brezzy as well. Now pressure is Scrap to go huge. 0-4 with the peak. There were 2 from mid. He's going to drop, and well, maybe he gave the French lesson, but they're getting some payback here, unless Inside has something to say about it, because he's on a heater. 4-0 start. It ends there, though.
Yeah, he would love, like, you know, to not be in that spot, maybe be 4-0, get away with his life, and just play for the streak. But a big bounce back round here for Seattle Surge. Just very quick and aggressive, trying to forget about that last round. I mean, you're in that first blood. You would have loved to win it. Doesn't happen, but they're able to win that defense.
You don't get all things you love, Joe. If only life worked that way. Everything you want, you got. I'd probably just be actually be like a sad, miserable life, you know?
I think
What'd be the first thing you'd want, Joe?
I think I got it all.
To cast with me?
Doing pretty good.
Well, that's like, wow.
Doing pretty good.
Yeah, hey, I like that.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. I'd take a bag of cash. They get out to statue yet again. It'll be 0-4, wrapping back, kind of trying to deal with that flank wrap through. They try to hit the nades in the mid, but you're not there yet if you are Ultra, so nothing connects. Hook's going to take this opportunity now to work up and get this bomb down. What kind of timing do you get now? On the peaks in from mid. They're just going to play the 4-on-4 retake. And Scrap, well, he retakes Hook's face.
Yeah, I mean, you just would love to double peek that. Like, someone's got to get a trade there. Now watch for 0-4 to make the play. But Envoy, he's the one who loves to make those kinds of plays. So now you're going to take the 3 versus 2 onto the site. 0-4 going to buy time. Hope to reposition. Scrap with the second in the round. Kleenex from down low, and just like that, it's all down to 0-4. He's able to connect with the grenade. Had to chow the second. But a lot of moving pieces, but quick reactions out of Ultra. They say, all right, 0-4 is middle of the map. He's weak. Let's take the 3 versus 2 on statue.
Yeah, he's like weak. He has 1 HP, so like he can't be involved for a while. He just can't be. And Scrap, I mean, he's the one getting the picks. Starts off with the first blood onto Hook. Finds a second in the round. Making it look pretty easy. I mean, honestly, you get one more bullet into 0-4, you win that gunfight. Things are real simple, but 0-4 had a chance to make it interesting. Then, yeah, the absolute dart there to get a kill with a direct impact.
Yeah, and Hook right now 0-4, but the real big problem is he's got 3 first deaths. So just like we saw in the previous round, he's at least need to, double chow with a teammate, but see if he can turn things around.
It's one of those tough things where you probably get in your own head. I mean, you are the pace guy. You're going to look for the first picks, but you die a couple times first, and you're just like, oh, God, do I need to change anything? More often than not, he does not, though. He's going to get right back to it and might be in a position where he's having that first fight. We've seen those rounds where Seattle Surge get really aggressive up middle, pick somebody out of spawn. Hook is the guy that has done it many, many times, but Bomb is now starting to work out towards B side. You've got the spot for information out if you're 0-4, so the comms in over to Brezzy. We'll see if Ultra see anything they like.
They've been doing a lot of this, right? Showing info on one side, going towards the other. So abuzah is watching the cross. So as soon as they cross over towards A, you'll have this information. But you're pretty much playing a middle of the map setup. So you're not going to do much if you're Seattle Surge. You're hoping maybe to find the pick on the insight.
Well, he's swimming for now. The mid group up, though, they are coming to swarm. You got 3 here. One nade hits, second hits. Envoy, we'll see you later. Scrap, chance to maybe clutch up again. Gets one, but can't get out. Through the smoke. Kleenex, hello, around and around we go. Ring around to Rosie. Now he's tickling him in the smoke, but finally he's going to drop. Hook gets on the board. It's all on to Insight. After a swim in a dip, it's just bullets to the forehead, and Surge take the round.
And because you don't throw any early nades, I love this out of Surge. Even when you waste a minute off the clock, you don't have a trophy, so guess what happens? They spot Envoy, then it's a team nade.
The way you said
making sure they're not using this.
You go, he's dead.
Oh, yeah. You're hoping the bomb is planted? It didn't go down.
Nope, it did not. Like, Kleenex's POV looked like something out of a nightmare as he's sprinting through the smoke. I thought he was going to get one. He got a lot of tags in, but it's Hook that's ultimately able to get one. Hook locked, as you saw there in the cam, but just his first kill. He's won with the game, but needs more than one kill. Probably they're going to get this win. Down around. Can he string together another as they're working out towards B?
Ultra have a great read on this. I mean, they were quickly rotating over towards B. Look at all the white arrows. They are swarming, trying to crash the pool party. And, well, another first death there for Hook.
Nothing seemingly going his way right now. You're able to recoup bomb, but you can't get out any cleaner. You lose 2. The gig is up. Fantastic read and setup there from Toronto Ultra. And now you rely on a Miracle, but the Miracle workers have been these two. At least in my experience with them in Search and Destroy. Brezzy's had the clutches. 04 has had the playmaking. Insight, though, has got the read, and he locks it down. Brezzy at least able to take out 1, take out 2. And I might have spoke this into existence. He's on 4 in a row, looking for the 1 versus 4. Oh, sweet Mary Martha.
No, he's just stuck, though. He's got to try to get out, and, yeah, Envoy there with it. Scrap wasn't going to stop shooting. He was just going to keep going and going and going, so he's got to get out of the vent. There was a chance there. Maybe if he doesn't have the Renetti out and has the MCW, can catch Scrap.
And he's like, he's not ready for that fight, obviously, but like he's centered pretty well. Like if he had that MCW out, he might zap him. Probably feeling confident after he got those 2. I swear, if he did that right after I talked to us, just pulls off a 1v4, I was like, all right, well, opposite of the caster curse, you're welcome.
But, I mean, this has just been Toronto Ultra here on land. I know great adjustments, just moving so quickly. As soon as they have any info, they are swarming as an entire squad. We'll see if Seattle can make any adjustments.
The adjustments have got to happen now. Well, I guess he got 1 more round to give, but now would be better. Jesus. Zapped is Scrap with the headshot. Envoy with another. The only adjustments have been made are the heads are gone from the Surge members, which is already happening. So not really adjustments, just more of the same.
And again, anytime there's any info, Ultra are going so quick on the other parts of the map, right? Scrap finds multiple setup over towards A. 04 is down, but then you plant the bomb. Kleenex is already through your mid lobby. They are just going.
The pace is different. They're more decisive, without question. Like we've been waiting for this search sometimes for Ultra. You know, it started out so strong and it's been a little all over the place. But when they're clicking, it's fun to watch. It's just like
it feels like it's hard to tell, but just it has to be with their comms, right? Just trusting each other.
Yeah. It looks like synchronized swimmers on the map, dude. I don't really know much about synchronized swimming. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Me neither.
Yeah, but I know that they do things in sync, so that's why they're called synchronized swimmers, Joe.
Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. 1 more round needed for Ultra to be up 2-0 in this. Another first blood. I am a dirty liar. Brezzy pops. Envoy is dead. Advantage to Seattle. And Hook, I mean, he's gonna be able to get the bomb down. That's about all he's been able to provide, because unfortunately he's just been first dead so often. He has 351 damage. He's just not been involved in rounds because he hasn't been in the rounds.
Ooh, wow, yeah, Kleenex is gonna check it. So here we go, 3-on-3, now winnable here for Toronto Ultra. The stun is out. Abuzah, though, somehow hits the shots while full stunned. Insight quickly there for a trade, but maybe the difference in the round is Hook on a Scrap.
Insight, not a lot of time. 20 seconds to go, taking a route. We'll get 1, still time to work with. How do you play this if you're 04? Time dwindling. 10 to go. Nothing he can do. 04 tucks away and able to do it. I mean, if you 180'd him there and somehow grabbed the bomb, then Lord help me, that would have been filthy. But a big kill there from Hook. Well, what was the most important thing for you?
Well, I mean, honestly, it was this kill. Because I thought Kleenex had the read. He read Brezzy in the one corner. He hit the stun. He slid out. And somehow, abuzah fries him. I mean, the first blood is great out of Brezzy. Allows him to get that bomb down. But there was a chance, very much so, for Ultra to win that round and win the map.
Yeah, I saw, like, you know, his character model, I thought was looking the opposite way at first, you know, checking both sides. But as he jumped out, I'm like, oh, Envoy's got a freebie. And then Envoy's, like, deleted before he gets a bullet out. I'm like, okay, well, one round to Surge. Now, it's like the opposite of the predicament they had. You know, you're up 5-3 last time versus FaZe. You weren't able to win it. Now you're in the 3-5 hole. Maybe this is how you pull it off. The pressure is on. It's a mid-map setup once again now from Seattle Surge. And this is what it looks like when the homies got your back.
The only difference is Brezzy's getting active. He's going to find one, able to spot the second, but a nice trade there. Who trying to help out Brezzy, but you just play the 3 versus 3. While this was happening, watch number 5, though. Scrap's able to sneak on through A side. He's given the call, like, yo, A is open, bring the bomb here.
Exactly as you said, that will be the calm, and you know you got some time, so just get this thing down safe. No nade's going to combo to pick you this time if you're Envoy. Now, you talked about him taking a route. He's taking even a further route. Like, you pushed the entire way through for info. If you are Scrap, you know everything's going to be coming from mid or the opposite side office.
He's just a little bit out of the fight, but he needs his teammates to stay alive. Now he can push on up. But he read it for a second. There's the first out of Scrap.
Problem is he was just weak. I think he was going to win that one. I'm not going to be traded because he's weak as well. Envoy gets both. Ultra will take it. They were moving in sync on the map. The comms were flowing, and that was some good search and destroy there out of the Ultra boys.
No, it really was. They were just trusting one another. They were finding the info. When they found the info, they were just so quick on the rotates. Obviously, those island players have to play their life. We saw it, you know, out of inside poolside or Scrap winning that first blood over towards Statue. But every single time, they're like, we have an open. They just went. They know the type of play style that Seattle Surge like to play on that map. And they took it to him.
Yeah, you know, sometimes there's like, they'll talk about like, you know, that blind counter, like they just call, they think it's gonna be an A push, you got 4 people there, you deal with it. It wasn't like that, it was just quick decisions.
Very fast.
Quick wraps, and it just felt like while Surge were talking through and figuring things out, you're already moving if you are Ultra. Just a step ahead throughout the course of that one. And I think what you like to see if you're Ultra and you're making a run to another win. Statistically, I mean, this is what we wanted from inside. Like, he gets back that search and destroy guys dropping double digits. Like, they're right back being a good search team.
Yeah, it feels like when they're playing this type of search and destroy, when they're active on the map, it feels like he thrives. You know, so maybe them playing like this, you're going to see a lot more of it.
Well, I imagine it's more info he's getting when they're that active on the map. He can get to a spot and just be pre-aimed and win a fight, but there was a long stretch where he was just the guy in search and destroy for them. Hasn't had, I know, necessarily that incredible of a year in that. It's been a little bit up and down for him, but when he is on point, the guy can be absolutely disgusting. But through 2, I mean, kind of, I don't want to say as expected because the first 2 were strong for Surge. It's still Ultra up. They are the better team, and now you get to the good stuff for Ultra.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I was hoping at least Surge took one of those. Just the way those were some of their comfort maps throughout this stage.
It doesn't get easier, Jim.
No.
It does not get easier. It gets harder. Really, real hard.
Wow.
Control up after the break.
Upgrade your game with the Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League.
Scuff Gaming is doing an ultimate giveaway where you and a friend can win a chance to go to COD Champs this year. The giveaway includes 2 VIP tickets, travel expenses, and more. To enter, scan the QR code on the page or go to scuff.co/CDL and enter your email. Terms and conditions apply.
The Call of Duty League is brought to you by Monster Energy, the official energy drink of the CDL.
Well, hello there, beautiful people. We're back. We're ready to go. I'm hoping Surge are feeling the same way because I want to go deeper into this series. I want a thrilling map 5. I want sexy time. As of right now, Ultra are kind of handling things.
No, they are. I mean, obviously, you know, starting losers round 1, but Ultra have a chance to make it to Sunday, be in the top 4 with a win here.
And you've been a part of those types of runs. I know it's different than back when you had group play. It's still losers round 1 run. Like, you get hot, things start to work. Maybe like modes you've been struggling in, it just ends up clicking, like their Search and Destroy, maybe, for example, and next thing you know, you're crowned champions.
Yeah, they got a lot more to go, but you're not wrong.
Yeah,
I mean, just getting multiple matches in the day, scrims starting to go your way, but a big wake-up call.
I'm a little ahead of it, I get it.
Yeah, they lose LAG, and surprise, surprise, LAG top 3, so they'll be in the winners final versus FaZe tomorrow.
And that's their hard counter. FaZe is in trouble. Hey, dude, like once a year, they come out and beat them, bro.
But that was, yeah, maybe. You never
You
know.
already had one, so it's got to be 2. You got to double it. Yeah, that's fair, Joe. But we go to Karachi. Right there, you see the 4-floor condo that is Insights. This is their map. They are insane at this map and mode combo. They rarely are ever going to drop it, so.
They've lost in once on the year.
Yes, rarely is one. But we already had an undefeated Vista Hardpoint team and Surge lose, so maybe we got more of that and Surge come alive.
They need to. Down 0-2. Tournament lives on the line. Pretty solid start, honestly, for both teams. You go for what, 3 for 4 if you are Ultra. And Brezzy just kind of hanging out top 3, trying to give his team some position.
And I imagine it's got to be tough, too, because we've talked a lot about Pook and his comms, and he's become like a vocal leader for them. And you have a map like you did in the map 2 where you're dead the entire game. Like, how do you turn it on now in map 3? Like,
what do they say? You gotta have like the memory of a goldfish? Is that what it is?
Yeah, so he's Hook the Goldfish.
Yeah, you just gotta forget about it.
Yeah.
And it feels like no matter what, this is just kind of who he is now. You know, just a guy that's, all right, I have a bad map, doesn't matter. I still have to be the comms leader for the squad.
Well, when talking to Rambo, he said he's the same way in scrims. Like every scrim, he's the exact same way.
And he's had such honestly, a long career. It sounds crazy to say now,
right?
But he has. World champion for a reason. He's been through it all.
Well, let's see if he can pick it up. They're going to need him in this series from a comp standpoint and a gameplay standpoint. But right now, lives-wise, looking pretty good.
Abuzah is beaming, though.
Abuzah is shooting. He had an insane map 1. He's 6-1 now, on 4 in a row. I heard Hook start to roll, but if anyone's going to slow down a hot hand, it will be Scrap. He's able to get the kill. You start to silence things. A good test on the point. Afford bobbing, weaving, dodging his own nades, but eventually Envoy able to shut him down. They'll get a semblance of balance now, and we'll see if they can hold this next big push. But what, Scrap, that first gunfight went on to Abuzah, slow him down. He's torching everybody, and you start to win fights after that.
Yeah, I think Scrap is still like a little bit weak from that Abuzah fight. Hook now the next challenge, able to find another one, so Yo 2 for 2. Abuzah, though, off spawn, able to find one. Good trades until that point, though. Envoy's able to find a double. You had the close spawns, you still do. Envoy now on 5 in a row. Able to find the cruise. A big life out of him to Surge. They were starting to move on forward.
I'll tell you what, you get some big respawns out of Envoy, some big Search out of Insight, and you're probably winning series, if not winning a tournament. I know it's early in this map, but Envoy already out to double digits. You just got your second kill if you are 0-4, but now you find another opening. 2 are going to be dead. You got to get it going. 25 seconds to go, only 6 lives. Envoy's POV, though, he's trying to get right back into it. He's able to do just that. 1 player left. Stun gonna hit. He is frying. Only Hook and Brezzy left, no respawns remaining.
Yeah, I mean, you never know what would have happened, but Envoy makes that round a lot easier there for Toronto Ultra. I mean, it's really just that first push through red. He was the last player alive. I thought they were trading well. You would have had the close spawns. You would have been on the point, pressure on. Instead, it's Envoy who has 13, 11 non-traded.
I thought he had 15. I was going to say, like, there's 30 lives. He has 15.
But this is
putting
that.
in work. That's
this is
half
that
your
moment.
life.
You see where number 5 is, Scrap off spawn. He's like jumping into red. The pressure's there. All 4 players would have been there. You still have the close red spawns, but this is the 5 spree. Finessing in the area, turns it into number 6 in a cruise.
And I mean, that's why Envoy's always been so great as a player. Like, just those, he's really good at those moments just to stop. Just tuck away in a corner, catch you, piss you off, earn a streak. Some vintage Envoy there as he gets going early at 13-5. Now they try to do it on offense, but 0-4 wants to get going. He only had 2 kills in that entire offense. He's got 2 already through this.
Yeah, you kind of start with Envoy's team nade, and then, yeah, Seattle just kind of fly through that. So with Brezi's position through Junkyard, looks like Ultra are going to try to retake top 3 control and Coop control and then start from there.
You just really need this defense if you are Surge, but they're starting to opening up. The can is Ultra. They're on it. You got a little bit too stacked, putting it on forward, trying to get that A point done, and Kleenex just trying to keep the players off of it, keep them at bay, and a nice gunfight win. Not the easiest of them, able to take down Hook and stay up. You still have Envoy here, though, so you're going to finish the point, get the minute to go. 2 minutes to go, even basically in lives. You've got junk side control if you are Surge, so you're in a good spot right now.
Yeah, I mean, Brezi, he wanted to pinch, but when Inside watched it for top 3, goes back to top red, and then it's just kind of the call. If Hook got a kill, maybe they go from red side, but he goes down first. So they just back it on up. They don't want Ultra to transition into a very quick B hit. So here's the first hit. On the backside was Hook, and Envoy in a one-on-one. He's able to win that. The rest of Ultra now trying to do what they can.
Yeah, part of why you're fighting for red, you don't want to hit back alley all that often if you don't have to over that dumpster hop. And now you've got everybody grouped up, Junk, one player really to deal with. Now you're in the good spot you want to be in if you're Ultra. You win a couple of fights, you're able to keep on flooding and funneling towards the point. But you still have a good defensive setup in if you are Surge. Hook is warm right now at the Void, trying to comp through and get them set up to lock this down. Right over to Kleenex we go. Just going to get one. Calm through to Envoy, though, and he's able to take that fight. Now you have a 2-on-1 on the point. Make it a 1-on-1.
This is where you need one of those multi-kills, but you don't get it. Brezi had Envoy very weak. Brezi was the last man standing. Off spawn, you at least get through. Abuzah and 04 able to hop the wall, so you have a nice presence here. You're contesting the point. Great reaction, but now they have to win the fights, and Envoy almost does it again.
Holy hell, guys looking like a dancer on the map. Just spinning, bobbing, weaving. 17 and 8 on Envoy, and he's still cooking. There have been some incredible stretches from him. He's leading all Slayers right now at 18. Scrap now to follow it up. 38 seconds remaining. Live still basically dead even. And you're trying to make a play in behind if you're Abuzah. They chest bump. It's awkward. Abuzah making a huge play here with not much time left.
And this has been the issue. It's like Scrap has a multi, Envoy has a multi, but yeah, I mean, you really haven't got much else near that point. It was a great defense. 04 was able to play his life in dance. And then Abuzah off spawn, he has 17. This has been a 2-minute hold. They got 12 seconds to go, but looking good if you are Seattle Surge.
Brezi taking it. No respawns remaining. Great stuff there. Who gets picked out? And now I was going to say maybe you get a cross and something happens, but not really a chance to do it. Ample opportunity early on. Just couldn't quite close it out. Yeah, maybe a big multi-kill. A really fun little stretch to watch there from Envoy.
I mean, you get everybody off the point. It's just the problem was for Ultra there. 2 players got over that dumpster already. So I believe it is Abuzah and 04. They do such a good job.
You ever watch figure skating? You know what like a triple cow sow is?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Envoy was doing. He was twirling.
Yeah, he was. It's just his team died.
Yes, but he was twirling.
He was.
Thankfully, your team doesn't die in figure skating.
Yeah, that's an individual sport as well, so.
Yeah. Well, not always.
I don't know.
I think there's duos, maybe. My parents used to watch a lot of that. But back to the action now, tied up 1-1. The hot hand on one side, Envoy. The other, Abuzah. Who else is going to step it up for these squads? As we're in the 1-1 tie, we'll see if you can get maybe something better on offense if you are Surge. 04, nice little slide and chow there. Little pre-fire,
I mean, Hook is just, he might be not an 18, but what we talked about, he does not care at all. You do have a cruise missile. He is just letting everybody know. Envoy, he's going to use it now. Not going to find anyone. You reposition, you do get scrapped through. But that's just a great rep. Abuzah is shooting.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, that was a perfect view of it because you see you get scrapped to a great spot, even if the streak doesn't hit. Now it's Envoy's turn to try and do it.
Look, there's nobody on Ultra towards B.
Here we go. Off to the races we go. They've only lost this once, but a big moment now for Surge. You got only one player on it, though, so you can take your time. Scrap thinks about the doorway, decides better of it, wants to look for Brezi as he's dealing with back alley, and that's a great heads-up play. Now he goes knock, knock.
Yeah, the problem is, though, it's a close red spawn, so 3 players are here. Maybe he doesn't know that. Hook has been alive, waiting. Now it's over towards 04, and both our teams have been so good in that moment here on defense.
just like the, not really a full-on retake, but it's dealing with that 2-on-2, that 3-on-3 on the point. Kind of stopping the flood, like that crazy flood from Red, just slowing that down and resetting a bit, which can be so hard to do. It really can. Both teams so good at it, but one team's going to be better at it. Still 2 versus 2, kind of around the point. Sliding back and challenging will be abuzah. Both players getting across, but Kleenex wants something to say about it. Some shots into the back, jumps through one body, but 04 is still going to be last man standing. So again, applies pressure down to Ultra. You stop the clock. There's still 90 seconds.
Yeah, 90 seconds, 3 life advantage. Envoy, he's trying to go on the pinch. There's only one player on it. He should be the player, though, to make it forward. But 04, fair. He shoots, he doesn't find the kill. What can he do? He finds a double, another one, and plays his life.
Bro.
Huto's able to find a kill. Who pushes through the back alley? He said, hey, these guys are going through mid. He's right. Brezzy, abuzah. They find those 2, and now it's 2 rounds in a row for Seattle Surge.
There we go. You wonder if that map won. You know, you're undefeated if you are Surge on the Vista. Toronto, take it to you. This the bread and butter for Ultra. Hell, let's flip everything on its head. Now 2-1 advantage to Surge. This is the one that I don't want to say felt unwinnable. Listen, Karachi could be crazy, but it felt like the biggest kind of lockup on the map, probably, when you talk about a better team in Ultra and one of their best. Like, you're thinking this is absolutely where you are favored. You win this, that's got to be a confidence booster. Who knows? We might be going the distance.
Yeah, you aren't wrong, but a big part of that is due to this, man. I mean, 04 really steps it up there in that round. Number 3 to get 4 positive. Has some multi-kills, but abuzah has just been so consistent leading the lobby.
No, I think a good shout out there, because we talked about Hook and how would he come after that map too, and the struggles here, but he has still been screaming. It can be difficult to do when you're not playing well individually to keep that type of energy, keep that type of positivity, but he's been able to do that so far, and can he keep on doing it? Brezzy into the closet. Teammate drops. Insight maybe dealing with both. Around and around we go. Finally, Brezzy able to catch him, trying to get the reload in for the next fight. It's just going to be Renetti on Renetti action. Brezzy somehow still up. 11 HP remaining.
Yeah, I mean, he's just hanging on to the Renetti.
Do I have a primary? Maybe.
Maybe. Doesn't really matter. Been seeing more of this because the MCWs. Still pressure here. Now maybe Ultra off of this are like, all right, we got to go towards A.
It's crazy. He's only gotten 2 kills during this, but it feels like he's gotten 100.
He shot 100 bullets.
Yeah, no. It's like you usually, you see people run out of ammo with your primary a lot, but I was like, you're going to run out with the Renetti. I've noticed that before. We saw him reload about 6 times across that stretch across the street.
And Surge are saying, let's do this again. We're going to try to play for 2 minutes over towards B. The only difference, they don't have red control right now. You see number 5 and number 8. They're just kind of locking that down. So as soon as this comes into play, you have immediate pressure on towards B.
That is a big difference. You had a player all the way out junk, right, the first time. This time not going to be the case, and you lose somebody right away. Here come Ultra. Envoy, hold me closer, Tiny Dancer. He has been dancing when he's got near Diner, and he's looking to dance again. Finally, though, he's going to be shut down. Can't crack them open too much. Kleenex can't do it either. Screaming are the Surge side again as they're getting hyped. You just got a long time to hold and still have that close spawn.
Yeah, you're just a 3-4 dead scenario away from losing this round and going to a round 5. They're trying to do what they can, but here we go. 2 dead in the feed now. You see what the players are trying to do, trying to stay alive, make it 3, make it 4, and just like that, the stack will be in.
Yeah, no, Joe, you said 1-4 down away and you're probably done, and that is going to be the case. 4 dead, round over, round 5, here we come. And that right there, I mean, I think we've been setting that up, talking about the close red spawn, and maybe if you're a new viewer, not understanding how quick it can get away from the defense, that was a very good example of it.
Yeah, I mean, last time Ultra just couldn't really get past the bus and out of ticket outside of Envoy. It's like every time they did, they just got smoked.
We'd watch Envoy like scrambling around like crazy, and then everybody else is dead.
But with early B pressure, they kept 2 people alive inside of red, kept Surge out of it. So as soon as they got done with that first point, they had all the control in the world.
Yeah, you just needed 1 clean 3 or 4 down if you were Surge. That allows you to maybe push out red, get a little bit of a reset, but they never allowed them to get comfortable. It was a scramble from the get-go. Around 5 now. This is a loser's bracket match. Surge, your tournament hinges on this. The nades hitting out for the side of Toronto Ultra, and they're still hunting. Kleenex looking for more.
Yeah, it's aggressive top 3. Envoy's able to win another one, hits the opening nade. Maybe not the start that you wanted. You do have one player starting to lean over towards B. Envoy with some great shots. He's got 30 on the map. Insight needs to go big here. He needs to win this one instead of Tuke, and now it's a foot race. It's going to be a foot race over towards B, but at least Envoy has an MCW here to find one. Can he get another cruise? He sure can.
Dude, he is filth on this map right now. 32 and 19, another cruise earned, making sure only one gets across. You thought the pressure was to Insight? It was, but picking up the slack is Envoy.
Yeah, you got another cruise. Can use it right now if you want to. He sure will. Envoy's already pushed through junk, so what can he find? At least get them off the point. You're going to find 104 stayed.
They want to get right back to it. You only got 40 seconds remaining, but you lose your player inside a broken. Kleenex gets a tag or two to the face, but snaps out of that as he's got 6 HP. The word has been desperation all weekend long because of the circumstances for champs, so that's the word right now within this map. 33 on the clock. Surge's tournament hopes in the balance. Minute extension in, lives about square. Here we go.
And again, you had someone stay red in 04, so maybe not the same setup like we saw last round. Huto is top AC. You're in a good position if you're Surge, but Envoy, he has been a thorn in your side, and he is the first man, and he's going to find the first kill.
Doing what he wants, having his way with Surge. 35 and 20. Alleviating the pressure off of his teammates. They take Envoy out of it. They get another in Kleenex. Couple coming off a spawn now for Ultra. Spawning in close back alley and trying to get across. An opening now to get on through. Brezzy able to get through. You get two other players there. Some massive gunfights now incoming. 04 able to win one. Brezzy's just standing here.
This is for 6. This is for a cruise as well. Massive next engagement. He wins it with the rival.
Just snaps and puts him in the dirt. Cruise earned. Only one you got on the map, and we'll see when it maybe comes through. Brezzy still going 7 straight. 8, 9 in front, dodging nades, staying up. They're on the point. Give him another. Teammate will get it, but the second tick is done. 1 click to go. You're racing if you're Ultra. Surge, though. They're staying alive.
No, boys, that's 1.
And what has this matchup been? I mean, listen. You know, we're not talking stats all the time. You know, average viewer, they're watching Call of Duty, having some fun. But the ones we'll bring up are sort of your map characteristics. One team's really good at this. One team's really good at this. You had a couple setups that were godlike for either team. Neither statistic mattered at all.
No, I mean, just great plays out of Surge, especially on the attack. First of all, that first strong defense in round 2 where they held for 2 minutes, I think was massive, just to sort of get in your game flow for them. And then, it was Brezzy there towards the end. Everybody had moments, but it was abuzah who finished his 27 and 30, surprisingly, but he kept them very much early in the game.
I didn't even notice that, yeah, because he was frying early on, right? But everybody else starts to pick it up a bit. You lose one where Envoy has a map. 7,300 damage, puts up 36, but this is one of those where, like, kills just don't really tell the story sometimes, like this particular map, because it can just be one way. Like, you can be getting outslated. You could have 6 lives remaining and the other team has 24. But if you get a 4 down, maybe be in stack, it's over. It's just one of those maps. We've had them in control over the years. Just we've had like one of those, I think, per year, and it gets insane. Like Hotel last year or something.
Yeah, no, it's the same thing. Yeah, just kind of on both sides. You saw it in round number 4 out of Toronto Ultra. You get it again in round 5. Gets a little bit scary because Envoy's able to earn that cruise, but they calm it down. They're able to earn towards A, and then Brezzy, man, you saw he was putting trophies down on the cross. He played his life beautifully in a lot of different scenarios, using the rival, using the MCW. He's able to earn the cruise. Doesn't even matter, though, but just plays like that. Just slow it down. Know your teammates are coming off a spawn, and then team shots on point in round 5 for Surge to win.
Yeah, because I think, a big part of it is abuzah was having that heater game, but, like, the final, 10 to 12 kills, I don't think he gets one. It's everybody else. I'm sure he's getting damage in, don't get me wrong. But the other 3 in that wave, like his 7 spree, and then it was only like 04 and Hook that were on the feed as well. Like, they were doing it all. I'm sure, yes, you are damaging people 100%. You are calming if you are abuzah, but the other guys needed to go big. They were the ones in and around Diner. They're able to do that, and you survive another map. Now we stay on Karachi. Now, the problem is, we said 3 and 4 were the real strong ones for Ultra. So you've overcome one of your mountains, Joe, but in front of you is Fiji.
Yeah, you got to be like, what's that documentary, like 7 Peaks or whatever? That guy just climbs all the tallest peaks, like,
Did you
as
just make
quickly
that up?
as
That's a
possible.
real thing?
No, it's a real thing.
Oh, that sounds
You should
good.
watch that.
That sounds awesome.
No, yeah, this guy climbs the highest mountains in like 6 months or something.
How many mountains do you think I got him in?
Not many. I don't know if you have one.
You don't think I can climb one mountain? I absolutely can climb one mountain.
Not like one of those peaks. I don't think so.
No, probably
but
not.
yes, you have another one. Yeah, it was like 1 loss on Karachi Control. I think it's like 3 or 4, like 15 and 3.
Yeah.
I don't know the exact number, but this has been Ultra's go-to. This is their map pick.
And it's one of those situations where, again, like, I think the pressure that was on maybe Surge at the start of the weekend has alleviated a little bit, in the sense you got the champs, right? Like, you did that job. You know, you're into another top 6 back-to-back events. Like, you're trending at the right time. Now it's less about, I don't know, pressure, and more just like, let's push the envelope. Let's make a further run. Let's show what we're capable of. Yeah.
And I think they had to believe it a bit, but in this matchup in particular, online, it was a reverse sweep that they did it. Same setup here, down 0-2, you won the next 3.
Maybe they'll do it again. Here we go. Can Surge pull off the reverse sweep again?
So yeah, 16 and 3, it's pretty good.
Yeah, quite good. That's why, we were talking so much about the importance of 1 and 2 for Surge. Apparently does not matter. You lose those, you take map 3. Now you try to do it again on Karachi. Karachi's been so good for Ultra, but is there a slip up now? And is that one map win, just like that one moment? And the fact that like the other 3 guys around abuzah had big moments, just get that momentum, get that energy level there. We are ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, you heard Rambo come over here. That's one, boys. Like, let's go.
Oh, yeah, he was fired
That's
up.
one.
Yeah.
It's what we needed. We're in this series. We can play with these guys.
And the fact you've already reverse swept them, like, you know you can do it. There's a belief system there, 100%. Poop believes he can shoot everything but the player in front of him. And not the easiest thing, he just saw his leg, but like, I thought he had the kill. Envoy, what a map he had. Now, can you get another insane one out of him? I know it didn't lead to a map win, but it was beautiful. What are you seeing right now, though? Look at the map.
Well, 0-4, though, is going to have great timing because Kleenex is through junk side. The problem is, though, the spawns do flip. So 0-4 gets through on junk. He's on the hill. But due to Kleenex's position, he's going to flip the spawn. So you get what you want if you're Ultra. You have a chance to rally together the first 2 hills, and Insight will be here, but there's going to be a lot of pressure from Surge.
Yeah, they spawn close side junk and just synced it on over. You have a 3-on-2. Now it's into a 1-on-2. You got 1 player inside the point just trying to stay up and finesse till the boys are able to get there. He's able to get a kill as well. Oh, gets 2. Are you kidding me? What a play from 0-4. Finally shut down, but he may have bought him some time.
Yeah, I mean, he gets 4 in a row on that life on rotation. Just makes it so, like what we talked about on map 1, not being down 80 to 100 early after the first 4 or 5 hills. It's a play like that would keep them in the game.
We've talked so much about his kind of S&D pedigree. Maybe not having the moments as often in respawn, but he'll have them. After they do that, though, Kleenex says, okay, my turn. Breaks back on through with, what, 25 or so seconds left. You got to give this up if you are Seattle Surge. Now think about the rotation, but the fact is, you did your job so far.
Yeah, I think you're just happy you split that hill.
Yes.
If
Based
you
on
are
the fact
Seattle
you got
Surge.
flipped out, yeah?
Yeah, but Kleenex, you know, he goes on a route. He's able to find a timing behind the teammates. Brezzy, though, on rotation, does find 1. All a Surge are here. Kleenex down low with Scrap in the middle of the map will be the first set of pushes from Toronto Ultra. But you're still very far away from this because a couple of players spawned at Old.
Yeah, you're real far away because you also got those first opening kills if you are Seattle Surge. Scrap, I thought I got 2 for a second, but one's going to end up being a team kill, and then Brezzy will answer on the other side of it. Still has Scrap to deal with, but 0-4, he's working the other end of it. Eyes there through mid. Brezzy is shooting 4 straight, not 5 though. A Scrap comes through over the top rope, but you're able to at least trade that out. 0-4 now in trouble. Nice job repositioning. Trust your teammates. He does exactly that, and abuzah lines him up.
I mean, again, Hoot is just going, bro. I'm looking middle of the map, dude. Like, this guy is calling out everything for the squad. He started to get the hill time. Doesn't have a ton of kills. Does not matter because everybody else is playing top notch.
No, we can't even use kills because that'd be plural. Now we can. He's able to get his second, but no, he is screaming. absolutely screaming for this squad, and you're up 30 points. He is the catalyst, the Energizer Bunny for the team, and now he's starting to find the kills as well. Gets up to 3 and 6, 3 through on the feed for Surge. Abuzah on 5 in a row. We hop over to Abuzah to see if he can get number 6, but he'll be top 3, looking over his teammate. Launching nades for coverage as well. That's gonna hit. Just a dime there to inside as he gets involved.
Yeah, I mean, great nades, but he needs a kill. He needs this kill, and Envoy's gonna pinch him. Envoy goes through on the flank, able to find the opening. You would love to have that for the P5 or later on in the game, but it's okay. You have a solid lead. After a little bit of a rough start, they bounce back at the P3. They're controlling the right side of the map. Should have a nice rotation to our final hill.
Listen, as you said, you've avoided that map 1. Just we're down the whole game, right? Where you're just looking at the scoreboard the whole game. You're down 40 or so points. You've got a lead now. Keep playing with that. It's not some big advantage where you could afford a few mistakes or anything like that, but the lead is a lead. Next hard point going, and you're inside. Abuzah locked and loaded, and you're still a mile away again if you're Ultra.
Exactly that. I mean, Hooch has put so much pressure through the middle of the map. Abuzah won a huge one on the rotation on a Kleenex, but Hook with the arrival, with the Renetta, able to find 2, and he's getting these kills top 3, not even close to the hill.
Can they hold the next wave? Brezzy's eyes on the cross. They pick the player out of the hard point, so somebody's got to go ahead and track back. So nobody in for now. It'll be Hoop that'll pick that up. The little engine that could, trying to keep it going. You still got all 4 players here. 04 looking to back down and stay up. 50-point advantage now as he's lying, lurking, ready for the fight, but Kleenex a little bit more ready. You got 15 left to go here, and you lose this time, but you're able to win the rotation. Not going to be the end of the world. Kleenex is still being kind of a thorn in your side. He's so annoying.
This may have been the cleanest P5 we've seen all tournament, honestly.
Yeah,
Normally, this is just a mess. Both teams going back and forth, but Ultra didn't even touch it.
I think it's because usually when you think about the P4, it's so scrappy, like people rotate early, you don't get a lot of time. The fact that they had them spawning out so deep when it popped, I mean, they were in Narnia.
Yeah, but normally, like, you make a 4-man push through red. It's at least like a 2 for 2. That just never happened. And look what this has turned into, a 70-point lead for Seattle Surge. Multi-kills all over the board. The team is locked after that map 3 win, and look at that angle. That is disgusting out of 04.
5 straight for him. Momentum flipped. Script flipped. Guy was right next to him, but now he's able to track back and not able to take the fight, as that will come to an end. A tough little situation there as you don't get the streak, but who cares? You are getting the time, you're getting the points, you've got Ultra on the back foot. And this series, statistically, when you talk about maps and modes, makes absolutely no sense. Light it on fire, straight into the trash can, because none of it matters. This is Call of Duty.
110-point lead. Ultra going to need a big hold here at P2 if they want back in this game. Kleenex going to be the first man. He finds 4 in a row. Immediately traded. See where the spawns come in. So you spawn them out if you are Surge. You know this. 04's trying to maybe find Kleenex off spawn, but he's going to turn now. Shots are in. Now it's down to the 2 players on the hill.
Yeah, they just leave it and collapse onto the point. Now, can you win those fights? They're able to pick up one of the transition players as well coming in off spawn.
Beautifully done.
You get the rest. The vibes are flowing. Surge is flowing. It's a tidal wave right now as the lead grows up to 100. Kleenex, they're toying with them. Brezzy alive and Boss on 4 straight. Looking for number 5. Well, he's right on the other side of it. Teammates able to pick it up, though.
And this just, I mean, that's a dagger right there, you feel like, right? 5 in a row, but just those 10 to 20 seconds are going to put Surge at 220. I mean, just unreal Call of Duty here from Seattle Surge. If they're not holding for full 60s, they're finding an early break and finding 30 or 40.
Yeah, I'm not sure what state we're in, but what the squatters' rights rules are, but we talked about Inside's condo. It's not his at all. Surge have posted up inside. Ownership has been transferred, and they are just taking over. But here you go. Maybe a sequence now from Ultras. You get 4 dead, and the first, like, positive moment for them since
the start.
Yeah.
They had 50 points through P1 and P2.
And then not a lot over the course of a lot more hard points.
I mean, the problem is as well, like, up next is P4, right? We know how scrappy it is, but it doesn't really matter. It's 4 dead again, just running right at them, and now you have Hook in your spawn. He's able to find 1, slides out. The man is confident as ever. 04 looking over him. Envoy trying to do what he can. Brezzy's like, we'll give you a second.
13 more needed, and we push this to a map 5 invasion. It's so close.
Wow.
Surge can taste it. Hook, I know he's 15 and 18, but he's had the time at the point. He's had the routes. He's taken fights a mile from the hard point, alleviate pressure off the team.
He's got me ready to run through a wall right now. This man is just going. That's how the team is feeling. 6 more seconds, and just like that, we're headed to a game 5.
And the point, though, at least for now, is Ultra still trying to stay alive in this. It'd be the most insane comeback on the year if they're somehow able to do it.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, you say it's possible, but guess what? It's not. That is the map. Surge take the win. Karachi, the new home of Seattle Surge, is owned by Ultra. No more. Rambo Ray is so fired up. And now it's time for invasion. Listen, I think in the green room, I looked at you, Joe, and we saw the maps. I'm like, yo, they get this to a map 5, they got a shot. Just not this way. No one in hell thought this way. No one on God's green earth thought this is how we got to the map 5. Outside of like a player's parents or something, I don't know. Not this way.
Well, I think, I guess if you look at this weekend, in Ultra's loss versus LAG, they lost to Karachi hardpoint, but we just haven't seen it that often.
True.
You saw the stats, but I mean, the scariest part for Surge was like the first 2 hills, but they do a good enough job to find some time at P2. They got a P3 rotation. It was just perfect time, perfect holds. The best P5 we've seen all weekend, at least that I've seen.
Yeah.
And that just leads to this 110-point lead. And these leads are, good luck with that.
When we've casted Surge, it's been, listen, they've been so good at breaking at times, staying in games when they're getting outslayed. This is like one of the few where they're just putting it all together. They've got the slaying advantage. They're holding really well as well. And look at that. That is a flat line. Like if you
get 16 points across 5 hills.
Like if a doctor walks in and sees that on the monitor, that person's dead.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. At least that's what I see in the movies and stuff.
I'm not a doctor, I don't think. Oh, God, we're having a little bit too much fun. They win that one 250 to 125, and you just felt the energy in the room, the shift in the momentum there. And like, again, I'll keep saying it, props to Hook. After you die first time, you're the first death in every round of Search. You start out slow in basically every map, but you are still the hype man. It's not easy.
No, it's not easy to do, but he's doing it right now.
Demonic.
He's got his team fired up. The other 3 just slay. And just like that, we're doing it with game 5.
I can't wait. Invasion, Game 5, final match of the day, followed by Championship Sunday. We hope you're having a great job at home. Tweet out the stream. Hang out with Joe and I.
We still got another one next.
This wonderful time. Oh, we do have one more.
Yeah.
What am I saying? It's a 5-match day.
Let's go.
Go.
Upgrade your game with the Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League.
The Champs Tracer Pack is available now. The bundle includes the Reaper Operator skin, Ripper Weapon Blueprint, Death Stare Weapon Blueprint, Cuts Deep Charm, 2 calling cards, 2 emblems, and 2 weapon stickers. Use these items in both Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 and Call of Duty Warzone. Available in-store now using Call of Duty points.
A good old-fashioned Game 5. I didn't think we were getting here this way. I didn't know if we were getting here at all. But online, it was a reverse sweep for Surge. Surge trying to do it again. If you are Ultra, God, you got to reel it back in because you started getting fried in that map 4. But we're going to take a look now at the map 5 metrics. Joe, give me your thoughts.
Well, just overall season, I mean, honestly, pretty solid on both sides. 4-2 for Ultra, 6-4 for Seattle Surge. But when you just look at Invasion, Search, and Destroy, it's just one you don't play a lot of if you're Ultra. You really haven't on the year. You haven't throughout this stage, just 5-4. Where on the other side, it was really when like Brezzy and 04 came onto this squad, it was kind of like your go-to. Haven't played it a lot recently, but 9-4 on the year. Throughout the stage, 2-1. So I don't know if the stats matter. I'm going to keep talking about it,
I don't
but
know why
it really haven't mattered.
Yeah, didn't we say we were throwing that in the trash can or something? Light
Yeah, light on fire.
Yeah, okay, so we're good. Scrap, map 5s this season. The guy will talk, but he will back it up. He has been clutch for them with a 1.23. We'll see if he can do it here. But again, one you do not play a ton of. A look at how the stats are broken down. I don't know that I'd really to light a graphic on fire.
No, I don't think you do.
Yeah, but we'll see it one more time, even though they don't matter at all, right? Into that 5 we now go. Offense up for Ultra. Let's see what the plan of attack is early, but we'll be keeping an eye on the mid-game and mid-round adjustments for these squads as we get deeper into it. But Invasion Search, it could be a fun one.
No, in map 2, if you're just joining us, maybe you didn't watch the entire map, you're eating dinner or something. I mean, Ultra just took it to them. They were so quick to react on the map on 6-star, but an opening first blood for Brezzy.
Usually that's how it works when it's like one of your good maps or one you play a lot. When it's one you haven't, typically that may not be the case, so we'll see if they can execute as cleanly here as they did on 6-star. Obviously a very different map, but bomb going to start getting planted. You still have that first blood in the 4v3 advantage for Surge, but very winnable situation for Ultra. The thing is, you don't have like trophies. If you got some utility still on the side of Surge, a little bit easier maybe to open this one up.
Yeah, and the problem is Envoy's back there with a rival. It's just like not the weapon you want behind the tractor. They're hoping to hit some nades. Smoke gets through though. Insight has to reposition. Instead, Brezzy's able to find him. Scrap with 1. Can he get any more? He sure can. Maybe able to save Envoy. Just now pressure to him.
Throws the smoke, smokes some staff out. Now to a 1 versus 1. It's on to Scrap. Scrap able to win it. And Scrap is frying everybody. It's an ace in round 1. An ace in round 1, and you pull off the 3v4. You saw his map 5 stats. He talks, he backs it up with his gameplay, then he talks some more.
Yeah, and he's yelling at Ray in the dugout because Ray obviously fired up, but Scrap's talking to everybody. We didn't see the 3rd, but right there on the 4, a great smoke for Envoy to just play his life. And no, he's literally yelling across to Ray, who's all the way over here. Pretty far away.
Yeah, he's going to be yelling at everybody. It doesn't really matter. If there were children here, like if there was a coach that had a kid, be yelling at the kid. I don't think it matters, honestly. Like, he's just going to yell at you. It could be a sweet 7-year-old girl. He's going to tell him she should have gone. He doesn't care, man. He's insane. I respect it. I respect it. You can say whatever you want after an ace. Well, maybe not whatever you want.
Maybe not that.
Maybe not whatever you want. Insight. Tagged up to 39 HP, but staying up for now. The offense for Seattle Surge, working kind of that execute onto A. Scrap though, number 5. I mean, he's going to be a guy that's going to have maybe a quick line of sight onto this. Him in Kleenex. But now another gig is up.
Just right away behind the smoke, going for that plant. Seattle used this smoke all the time, and it's planted on a side where, yeah, it's going to be easy to defend from Cafe. Brezzy's able to find another first blood. He's got 2 on the map. Wallbang is in from Kleenex with that MCW, but post-plant, with where it's at, you're hoping to find it. You heard Hook, and they react to the comms. I think they thought he was on the defuse.
Well, Brezzy apparently has got to do it all. He's got both first bloods. Now he's got to do all the work, and he can't. The retake is in for Ultra. Oh, God. Brezzy's got 3 of their 4. He's gotten you first blood clean in both rounds, and you can't win them. Some early daggers.
And I think
that's how you slow down. That's how you change momentum pretty quick.
So when Hook gets killed there, he gets the kill cam, right? And I think he sees a player cross the bomb. And I'm going to guess, because the other 2, the other 2 kind of panic.
Yeah.
And that panic kind of costed them a bit, right? Just sort of, we had to go, he's on it, he's on it, he's on it. And no, nobody was on it.
No, they were both in closet and just, they got fried. So far, so good for Ultra. Scrap still on that 4-0 start. I mean, you hope if you can keep doing this, if you're Surge, you keep getting first bloods, you got to imagine they're going to start to turn into some round wins, but you got to start that soon. You don't want this to get out of control and you're just a step behind the entire time like you were in the game 2. You have a 2-man setup over at B.
Yeah, and they use the smoke like they take Broken, right? So what that does is that'll slow down the attack for Ultra. They're going to have to clear Broken side if they opt to go for B, but on the A site, Hook was just playing behind the bomb.
Scrap is out. He's in a different district now as he gets ripped, just trying to get away with his life. Is he still on the 4 straight? Envoy still looking for his first. Scrap looking for a gunfight.
So now you do have 0-4 in Broken. This could come down to him. He's just going to get isolated, though. He's got to find one. He doesn't. Said it's a first blood for Insight.
He had 2 set up at B early on. Rotation came through, and one of your players gets caught. Nobody home. Now you got to perform the 3-on-4 retake if you are Seattle Surge. Inside's POV for now, but it's abuzah with a kill. Do first bloods matter in this one? Maybe they don't. The statistics haven't mattered, so why would first bloods, Joe?
Yeah, I mean, that's the bomb planner. Now you're waiting on Hook maybe to pinch. They're going to play the 3 versus 3 retake, or is he just going to find another one? Insight, though, through the middle of the map. A heads-up play from Insight, and then Kleenex finds another one. This is what we saw in map 2. Finding the openings did Toronto Ultra.
Insight through on the flank. They picked them apart, and they survive it. I thought it was going to be another first blood, maybe thrown away on Invasion, but you ice up. You get Scrap out the 5-0. Already 1,200 damage in this one. I mean, he's got nearly as much damage as the entire Seattle Surge side, but, you know, an ace in round 1 through 3 kind of helps you.
Yeah, and that's just, to me, obviously a couple of big moments there, but 0-4 inside of Broken. He's been such a good Surge player since joining the CDL. I mean, you're just, you know, again, just the rotations out of Toronto Ultra that catch him over towards B.
I mean, what adjustments do you need to see out of Surge? It's like you've done all this hard work. You've had all this amazing play to get here. You can't just lay over and die. What do you need to see?
Well, I mean, you're getting first bloods. I think it just comes down to simple executions, right? Invasion is a map you can slow things down. Maybe you see that here from Surge, but honestly, sometimes COD just comes down to gunfights, and you see the streaks in the top right. That is 12 in a row.
5 for Scrap, 3 for Insight, 4 for Kleenex. Yeah, not usually what you want to see if you're on the other side of it. Envoy here and lurking. Now another first blood for Ultra as they tied up 2-2 in that department. abuzah brings it right back like he was able to do in the last round. Envoy still trying to stay up. The fact he gets a kill there, gets the smoke, and almost got out. Would have been ludicrous, but they are able to trade it. Now we go into a 2 versus 2. Bomb starting to move up. Kleenex wants no part of it. He's up to 5 straight. abuzah now his chance to clutch in a 1 versus 2. You're pretty split right now if you're Ultra. He might be able to get a 1-on-1 if he takes it quick. If not, Insight's going to work his way back into it.
Still has a stun. He still has a stun to use as well. 20 seconds buys enough time. Insight flew. I was looking at that gunfight. I didn't realize how quick Insight was there.
And I said nice damage. He really ripped him. He had 12 HP. And Insight, yeah, I mean, they were pretty split for a moment, but you just kept working a little bit closer if you're Insight. And honestly, even if he sent it instantly, maybe if he's instant on it, finishes the kill and gets behind the bomb, he's got position to work with there, but fact is, the 4-0 lead for Ultra. No life from the Seattle Surge side after all the hard work to get here.
That just reminds me a lot of map 2. Just Toronto Ultra's search is just on point.
No, it absolutely is. They have dominated both of the maps. Surge, though, can you do something here? Maybe it starts with this defense. You don't want, I mean, a chance for streaks for Kleenex and Insight. I mean, you add a streak or 2 to this, and they might be calling game with already having a 4-0 advantage. They've been in some big holes in hardpoint. Well, the first hardpoint couldn't dig out of it. Can they dig out of a search hole? They're going to need a giant shovel.
A very big shovel.
Very, very, very big, like a hook-sized shovel.
And yeah, it's just a rotation. All right, a lot of info B-Dom over towards this mid-tank, so let's try to isolate Brezzy. Nobody watching his cross quite yet. Now Hook is here. Still have the smoke on Envoy. Who's going to peek this? Oh, Hook peeks it. Oh, 4 able to find one.
And 04 is a guy they really need to get unlocked. He has been their playmaker in Surge. He's out of it, though. You get the first blood if you're Seattle Surge. You bring it back if you're Toronto Ultra. Kleenex not able to clean up that one. Brezzy getting away for now. Scrap has to hit the reload and then gets ripped down to 48 HP. Kleenex there for the crossfire on the help, but abuzah gets the kill, and that is bomb, as you said. It's 5 straight for Kleenex, though. He's still working on the streak.
They're trying to hunt him. They're trying to hunt him, and they just can't find him. They're able to find one, but Brezzy not going to move. Yeah, you needed that one if you are Surge. It gets messy in the 2 versus 3, but you catch him on the bomb.
And what, you still have the 5 streak, I guess, at least if you are Kleenex. But, I mean, you just need a round win in any way you could get a round win. If you're a Surge, you do it there. And it is a wild one. Hook, who, you know, had all those first deaths in the map too. We've been talking about his energy and his comms, but like at some point you just got to make some plays too. He's 0-5. It's been a tough series from that type of standpoint for him. Can he come alive though now? And 04, who's been like their S&D god, they need him as well.
Yeah, and I mean, invasion can just be tough, right? A lot of time he's not going your way with how quickly teams can rotate the bombs. There's not a lot of area for someone like 04 or Hoot to work.
You're left in like a 1v3.
A lot of it comes down to just sort of teamwork and trades in the middle of the map. And that's exactly where Seattle Surge are going, but Scrap is here.
Not sure if he sees him cross back. Looks like he does. Scrap just peeking for a second, getting a bit of info. The comps continue to flow for Ultra. They're trying to work up and execute now onto A. He got trophy close. Picks the trophy towards the bomb site. In sight, though, able to get a kill. Kleenex then flying on through. Is trying to get lost in the smoke. Able to get number 6 and stop the bomb from going through. Scrap follows up with another one. It's all going to be on to Brezzy now to make the play, and he can't do it. This is dominant from Ultra. Scrap just stood up, celebrated, took off his headset. You got another round, bud.
He's locked. Yeah. He said, my bad. He was ready to talk to Ray.
Oh, no, he absolutely was. I'm dying, bro. He was headset off roaring.
The boys are locked, though.
He is absolutely, he's just laughing now. A little too locked. I'm cracking up.
That guy was thinking of sentences in his mind about what he's about to say to this guy.
Oh, God. I mean, he's 8-1. Talk your shit.
Well, and I mean, he set the tone in round 1.
You don't say. There's a momentum coming into this, like a massive shift for Surge, and you just drop an ace on their head, a 3v4 ace. Yeah, that sets the tone. And takes whatever momentum you had and breaks both of its legs for Surge. And you don't have momentum without legs, Joe. One more round needed for Ultra and Scrap. Kleenex, though, on 7 straight. You are 15-2 if you are scrapping Kleenex. Now comes the missile from on high. Scrambling. And, oh, God, Kleenex able to get 2. This one is done. Hook on a goose is left alone. 1 versus 4. It has been a rough series for him. It has been a rough map 5. It is all Toronto Ultra.
Yo, Ray, I'm back. Wee, your ass the fuck out of here.
Oh, okay. He said, let's go to dinner later for a fantastic meal together and talk about our game.
He did. They're shaking hands.
Yeah,
they're both smiling and laughing. But obviously for Seattle Surge, mission accomplished in the fact that you qualified for champs. You have some really good showings. Again, since stage 4 and 04 being on this squad, you're building it up. You're seeing moments, but not able to take down Ultra here. They're just going to have to find a little bit more consistency against these top teams.
I just think for the year you have had, like getting to this spot now, consistently top 6, like you are trending in the right direction for champs. You're playing the game the right way. You don't have some of the salaries in town and maybe some of the other top teams. You're working with what you've got. You're putting up with some incredible performances. The fact that you get that to a map 5 is sensational. Just not enough left in the tank. And now for Ultra, like, their search, this is starting to, or at least in that series, that was reminding me of like Major 1.
Yep.
Like, the search is looking good. And this is like, it's even more setting it up. Oh, look at that! Absolute athlete, about tore his ACL.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
Maybe
with
no
that.
more of those. Maybe his hands are insured, but
if I'm the Ultra GM, no more of that, please.
Oh, that was.
You can talk about whatever you want, but please do not hurt yourself.
That was the least athletic flip I have ever seen.
You know,
But
we play
gamers here.
Call of Duty.
We're gamers.
Yeah.
We're playing COD. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
The only thing that would probably be worse is if you tried that.
Oh, no, I might die, Joe.
Yeah.
I might die. Or I would just go on my head like a top and start spinning.
That could be sweet.
Real impressive. What a series, though. And yeah, now this is setting up, if you're Ultra, like setting up to try and make this run. Maybe you've had that matchup over FaZe. We've been talking about how good FaZe's search has got. Now Ultra's is finally looking really, really good. Now, I don't know if that's going to be the final. I think that's what people expect at this point. Despite the fact, you're not in winners if you're Ultra, but like the search, you need it to be good if you're going to win that type of matchup, and it is getting there. Look at that, dude. You are 18-2 if you are scrapping Kleenex. Like, all right.
Yeah, I think, on one side, if you're Seattle Surge moving forward, you just got to know against FaZe, against Ultra, right? FaZe, you had the 5-3 lead, you lose the map too. 0-3 against the top teams here in Search and Destroy on this day. You're going to have to find wins there.
You are. I mean, it's a tough day of matchups. It really is.
Yeah, but if you want to win a world championship, you're going to have a lot of tough matchups.
It's hard to have that expectation for that team, but the fact we're even talking about them going toe-to-toe with teams like this it speaks to their progression over the course